1932, protecting the future of working families, Teamsters, 1932.org.
Welcome in, listeners. This is the 4 o'clock Insights on KCAA 106.5, 1050 AM. And this is the James Kane Experience, where you get interesting topics, weekly sports recap, and a Bible blessing. Our first segment is going to be another interesting one. Why does God not reveal when a person or in the way a person dies? Very interesting, so stay tuned. Second segment, Reading for the Blind. Third segment, James and Shawnee's weekly sports recap. But first, I'm your host, James Kane, and my inner circle is
Skittles.
Shy.
The boss.
Day One. You there? Well, also.
She's there.
Also, Day One. Okay, Day One, can you hit us with some news and notes?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
I can.
Okay. According to CBS News and Forbes, Campbell's Soup is under fire after a recorded rant from one of its executives by the name of Senior Executive Martin Bailey went public. In the clip, he reportedly calls Campbell's products food for poor people and even claims the meat is 3D printed. The company says the comments are vulgar, false, and don't represent them, and that the executive is no longer with Campbell's. Let's talk about it.
Yes, that's crazy.
It's a messed up information.
I know, Campbell's.
They just got canceled.
They really did. Now, to be honest, what he said, Campbell's is for poor people. I said, what? I was like, I'm not poor, but I don't even eat Campbell's.
Yes.
I don't think I ate it when I was poor.
Me either.
Now, back in the 70s or the 60s, yes, Campbell's was very inexpensive. So people did eat Campbell's when they got sick. It's always been a thing of when you're sick or you're right. People had less money that time.
Yes.
Pork and beans. You know, the canned goods, it was a big thing back then. But you're right. Who eats Campbell's nowadays? And how do you would you say
3D print? Oh, yeah.
Meat?
Yeah, no, they're doing that.
Oh, no, they doing that. Just like they 3D printed a whole house.
So you can 3D print something?
Yes, food.
Yes, you can.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's out there.
well, see, that's a senior learning from the young. 'Cause I'm not trying to eat 3D.
3D printed.
It just blows my mind, you know. Give me a good cow, pig. You know, I shouldn't eat pork, but still.
Sometimes.
Give me something
Well,
out the water.
I've always ate Progressive, so, I'm not
You know
a big
what?
fan of
Progressive
Campbell's.
is good, though. They stuff is seasoned, unlike Campbell.
Yeah, I feel like Campbell's is too salty.
Yes.
It's just, it never was like something. I mean, we was too poor to afford the stuff. We just had rice and beans in the bag most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, Campbell's. You have to say something, and that executive, let's see if you get another job with soup.
And put a little seasoning in there, please, Campbell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next.
Okay, according to ABC 30 and KMPH, Fresno police responded to a shooting around 8:15 on Thanksgiving Thursday night. Officers found a 40-year-old Uber driver shot inside his car after an altercation with a passenger.
Wow.
Investigators say the driver asked the rider to get out, and once outside, the suspect allegedly fired 3 shots into the vehicle. The victim's name hasn't yet been released, and his condition has not yet been updated. Nor has the suspect shooter been found or publicly identified.
So he okay. So is the Uber driver okay?
Oh,
No.
deceased.
Well, any information hasn't been released yet, but
Okay.
apparently,
Oh, I'm
I
sorry. I
hope his
thought it said
condition does
he.
get better.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I thought it
That's
said
messed up.
my fault. I thought
Yeah.
it was deceased. But man, just shots at a
My
Uber
goodness.
driver.
Right.
So you telling me that he then went in his phone, called up a Uber driver to rob, like to tell him to get out his car, to technically rob him?
Well, I think an altercation
Oh.
kind of
Something
transpired in the
happened.
process,
Yeah.
happened, and the customer didn't agree, and the driver has all right. If they feel any intent
Yes.
of like violence or vulgar profanity being thrown, they have all right to tell the person to exit the vehicle. For their safety.
Yes.
No, it's
So
not.
I'm guessing that's what happened, and the person got mad, and then turned around and was like, take this and shoot the
Oh.
person. But it had to be a very intense conversation for someone to
An
just open
intense,
fire
right,
out
Right.
in public like
conversation.
that.
Now I know I get into it a lot of Uber drivers now. It's because it's a language barrier, and they will let you off in the wrong, area, and they will drop you off, and it's something. Uber needs to have a hotline that you can call and talk to somebody real time because there's a lot of things going on because you can't get a yellow cab anymore because Uber and Lyft done cornered the market.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we need some other options is because some drivers, because it's their personal vehicle, they do talk to you. Not saying in that case,
Yeah.
but I'm just really pleading for the people in the visually impaired community, in the blind community, because we rely on Uber, Lyft,
Yeah.
and access
Right.
and these things. So want we want to feel safe too. Because some of these, they come to the wrong place. You got to walk down. It'll be dark at night. Then they get mad because they just want the money. They want the fare. Pick you up and drop you off in the middle of somewhere. You looking around, and sometimes GPS don't lead you in the right direction. It'll lead you to a brick wall. So yes, and hopefully they find who shot the Uber driver and get to this because he did call in and he had to have a
An account.
debit card or some kind of credit card.
Right.
So I don't understand why he's not in custody.
Yeah.
Right.
long
They,
time
they
ago.
know who it is.
I know Uber now has that video cam that
Yes.
they can have in their car now that records every transaction from getting
Okay.
Or you
inside
could
the
just
car.
buy one on Amazon because I have one in my
Yeah,
car.
true
It
that.
records the rear, it records the front and the inside of my car, and no one can see it because I have it like tucked up. But they can, for their safety, they should buy their own
Yeah.
if they
Yeah.
can't give them one.
Because people be tripping and then they're like, well, it's your word against mine. I'm like, I have a video.
Yes. Yes, this video's all over. That's why people be talking on the streets with the police pull up.
Right.
Me, oh yes, it is.
Rewind it.
Yeah, I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Like, then who is this? Like, you.
That looks
You.
like you, sir. That looks
Oh
like
yeah, they 3D that picture. They done Photoshop the picture. You honored that.
Right.
Like, we found your DNA.
That baby is not mine. That's Billy Jean's baby.
Sir, we got all this DNA. We even got it.
We got a picture of you on YouTube talking about this, my son.
I know it's Luber, but it was just a joking time
Right,
because
yeah.
you think about it and like we watch these shows, The
Yep.
Dumbest Criminals, and all these things, and sometimes you be like, man, why did you use that defense?
Yes.
You could have said anything else that makes sense, but do you really believe someone's gonna believe that? And then you look at yourself like, why did I just say that?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
anything further? Day one.
Yes, according to ABC7 Los Angeles, Breaking news out of Inland Empire. A church group bus overturned near Running Springs on Highway 330.
Oh, wow.
The bus reportedly caught fire before flipping, leaving 20 to 26 people injured, including teens and adults. At least 3 suffered major injuries and dozens were rushed to local hospitals.
So this was a church school bus?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Praise
sounds
the
like
Lord.
they were going to Big Bear.
Yeah, praise
Yeah,
the
it
Lord.
does.
Because
sound like-
that's the
the
road.
330, yeah.
You take that
Oh,
to go to
yeah,
Big
that
Bear.
is a
So they was
big
probably
one.
having a little church outing, and that, sadly
Right.
said
Probably
they
like a
didn't
get
make it.
together or,
Yeah,
bringing
that freeway.
like
Oh,
they could Bible study or
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that 330 always. When I went to Big Bear when I was young with my uncle, we went on a family outing, and the way it ran around that mountain, I have never went back up because it just looked like this
You're
is
like,
not
no.
where I want to be. Like,
I tell people, I was like, I don't do hills, so
yeah, but my barber was explaining to me that it's another way. If you go down Fifth in the Redlands,
okay.
it's another
Oh yes, yes,
where you can take the scenic route,
yes.
and you don't have to go up the hill like that, or you won't notice that you're climbing the hill. It's more land
Yeah.
mass, so that would good. Okay, Dave. Any more?
According to the San Francisco Chronicles and the NBC Bay Area, a restaurant, a well-known Vietnamese Asian restaurant named Pizza, just shockingly has a video going viral right now showing an employee slamming frozen ribs onto the ground in the backlot alley right over concrete near trash and mop bucket in what appeared to be dirty water. The footage sparked outrage across social media, prompting dozens of complaints to health authorities. When the inspectors of Santa Clara County descended to the restaurant, they uncovered serious violations. Raw chicken being stored on the floor, unsanitary conditions, and even cockroaches.
Wow.
It sounds like they need Gordon Ramsay.
Yes.
Yeah, they need to.
Kitchen nightmare right
Yes.
there.
It's
That's crazy.
I guess it's really we look at the integrity
Yeah.
of the companies now, and it gives us a sense of. For me, I know growing up how the food really tastes different from when I grew up. Back then, I think it was more integrity and someone when they made something, it was out of love. Now it's just done for fast money and
Yes.
how much can I make off you? It's not for nourishment, not saying all, but it just seems that's the overall, picture. Because capitalism is good and bad. It's just how you use it. And food, good or bad, it's just how you use it. So we have to take that in consideration when we open up these business and not just take the consumer for granted. Anything else? Anybody want to add?
Yes, I got something exciting for you guys today, but very funny. We hear about, animal cruelty, but never this. According to CBS 6 News in Richmond, over the weekend, a raccoon nicknamed the Trash Panda broke into a closed liquor store in Virginia by falling through a ceiling tile. And once inside the store, the raccoon caused chaos, knocking over shelves, drinking from bottom shelf whiskey and scotch bottles. He drank quite a bit to where in the morning, an employee found the raccoon passed out face down.
Hey, but he knew it was the best liquor, that whiskey.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna
And I
get
guess
y'all
times
one
getting
day.
hard for animals too,
Yeah, that was
Like,
like,
he was just like, I'm gonna get into this liquor store.
yeah, man, I'm tired of this diet. I'm gonna get in and get
It's
drunk.
like everybody trash can suck. There's a liquor store right here on the corner.
Yeah, I need to
Stepped it up
change
a notch from trash, huh, to liquor now, huh?
Hey, he probably seen that Jack. He took that Jack down.
He probably said, look, they done took over and built everything. And he went in the liquor store and said, man, I'm going to drink some of this whiskey because I got too many problems.
So sad. And then he
See,
walked to the bathroom and passed out.
Like-
He didn't even care. He laid out the thing like that old
Right.
Tennessee whiskey. Yeah.
I know.
Didn't make it out the door or back up the
Yeah, I
ceiling.
know. He's like,
He like I'm already messed up. Might as well just
Yeah, he probably. I wonder what he did when they shocked him. He stumbled out, or he was like, "Excuse
Well,
me."
they say animal control responded. Kane got him, verified that he was uninjured, and they released him back into the wild.
Oh,
So,
wow.
he meant to go hit another corner store. Like,
He gonna go back and tell his friends like I had
Yeah,
a
he
wild
gonna-
night,
he gonna bring his uncle. He gonna bring his whole family
I
to that
got-
liquor store.
And I didn't go to jail. That's the first thing. Gonna say, hey, they take me to
Didn't
jail,
go to
man. Let's
jail.
go. Hey, let's go to
Man,
the
it's gonna be a lot
liquor
of raccoon
store.
incidents.
And we can label this segment raccoon violence.
towards the wrist.
I need to find him. I need to hang out with him.
I
Seem like he's coming.
Nah,
He was having
show
a good
you how
night.
to drink cheap liquor
Uh-huh.
and have a good time.
Uh-huh.
Well, let's get into a more serious note.
Yes.
Let's get into why God does not reveal to individuals, persons, how, the way they die. Meaning, there's no indication that God tells us what is after death about. I know there's a lot of theories out there. We read Revelation and it gives us a glimpse on how the rapture, some believe in the rapture, and some believe that heaven, some believe in hell, Hades, and different things. But most importantly, we have time. Time basically tells you about creation and the time creation in. It gives us a timeline that we have. That's why time is so important. Time can be measured in mathematics. Time can be measured in your finances. Time can be measured how long you live, the day you was born. Scientists find out how you're born. They speak about the body anatomy and sex education and all these things about creation, but we never learn how we're going to die. Can you believe if God told you when, where, and how, the exact time, but the most important is how would you respond? I believe the world will be chaotic like back when the sons of God mixed with the sons of man. Now, this is a biblical theory, so I don't want someone out there, the evolution or whatever, but it is a part of evolution because we have evolved from one stage of life to another stage of life. So evolution is possible and it's factually true. But the sons of man and the sons of God mixed. The world was chaotic, sort of like Greek mythology. Hercules and Zeus and the rest of the Greek mysterious gods. Or what you call her?
Demigods.
The
Demigods.
demigods.
Yes, demigods. Mommy to the lady, Demi Moore, demigods. But anyway, we can think of that as chaotic, chaos. So how would a person live if he knew that when he turns 40, he will be hit by a bus on Friday? What would be in your mind? How would you live? Some people say the reason why is because we would lose the purpose in life, our objective. And I say that is a part of the truth and a meaning because your objective would change if you knew you're only going to be on this earth for 40 years. I believe he protects us from the tragedies that would occur, and a lot of people would be depressed. Like, I wouldn't want to work. I wouldn't do this. I'm only going to be in this earth 40 years. So why I'm going to work tomorrow? What you going to do about it? Kill me? I'll be dead by the time I'm 40. So everything that we know may be different. But who's to say that's the reason? So I'll ask you today if you want to call in and give your reasoning, you can call at 909-383-1000. That's 909-383-1000. And keep the topic what it is. It's about if God reveals how you will die. Okay, Skittles.
So me and Shy gonna do this together. We woke up this morning and we was actually thinking about this topic today. So I'm gonna let her take it away.
Okay, let's
Oh,
go.
okay. Well, I believe that it would impose on our free will, actually. Because when you think about it, most of us die as a result of natural causes, or unfortunately, in the event of someone else's will, and sadly, sometimes of our own will. And so I feel like if we knew when we were going to die, it would take all of those options away. And it would just be like, okay, so you're going to die in 20 years and you're just not going to wake up. And it's like, what? Okay, so then you could be depressed,
Yeah.
and you could be like, well, what is the point of me doing anything? Because it's not going to change anything. And then on the other hand, you could be like, okay, so then I'm going to take out like this fat loan the day before or 2 days before I die, and when it's due, I'm gonna be dead, so I don't have to pay
Yeah.
it back, and I'm gonna live it up. Like we could. We
Yeah.
could do some really foolish stuff, or we
Yes,
could
as
like,
humans, yes.
try to make our few years count. Like,
And I feel like, and that's what we was discussing today, this morning, because I I agree with Shy because I know as human beings, like we can't even like control our mental status or anything. Like we emotional, we're so I feel like God is just like I'm not going to tell them, you know, when to when to die, because then this person might just be like, okay, then why is I'm living, you know? And so when we got more and more into it, she actually said, Shai said in the Bible, one of the things that separate us from the angels is the fact that God gave us free will.
yeah.
So
Yeah, and then if we know, if he's like, this is how you're gonna die, then that kind of, I feel like it imposes on that. Like, even though we don't control that right now, I feel like it still kind of imposes on it, um, because that's not. I feel like if we have the free will, I just feel like it somehow affects that, and I
Yeah.
don't think I have really the words to explain it, but I feel like it does impose on it.
Okay, now before I have a group discussion on that, I know today is Chris's birthday.
Oh.
So let's give a shout out
hey Chris.
Oh, happy birthday!
my son-in-law, Chris.
Chris, hey
Yes,
Chris.
sir. Growing up to be a real grown man. Not saying you're not a real man, but hey, you got to get some more of them whiskers on there,
Right.
to catch up. Okay, Day, I know you pressed for time. Do you want to speak, or do you want to have the group discussion?
You know what? I'll go ahead and just say something really quick.
Okay.
Yes.
I just think that not knowing could change everything, and God keeps the day hidden, and maybe that's a mercy. Because in the mystery, we are free, and we're free to love without calculation, and we're free to forgive, and even when it's hard, we're free to risk, grow, and fail and try again. And when you don't know the end, everything matters. Every conversation, every choice, and then life stop being about how long we have and starts being about how deeply we live. So the unknown day gives your today weight. It gives purpose, freedom. So when your time finally comes, it will find you not anxious or fearful, but alive and fully alive, because life's true measure is not the days we fear, but the days we dare to live, and that is the gift to me and probably others of not knowing.
I like that.
Me
Very
too.
well said.
Yes, not knowing. But let's touch on just or discuss free will. For some of the listeners, they probably saying, okay, yeah, yeah, free will. Because we hear it's thrown out there, free will. And to me, I'm one who believes nothing is free. We use it in a word as free and will or just free, but even biblically, every act, every understanding, there's a condition to it. Even God said there's obedient and there's a disobedient. So a lot of things we do, we have to measure through His lens of understanding and discipline. Are we being obedient to who we take on as our creator? Because there's other philosophies, and everyone is, I believe, everyone is has that will. See, I'll say choice. Now, when you have a choice to make a decision, that's God given. Some call decision making common sense, but not everyone has the same kind of
No.
senses. Well, no, we all have the same senses, but we use them in a different way.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll say that. And the free will has a condition on it. It's because God explains how He wants you to live, but He gives you a choice to live that way. But is it free? Because if it's free, then Jesus wouldn't have to get on the cross. Those who believe in the Christian believe that Jesus is the Messiah. That's the point I'm making is there's a condition because I was talking to the boss today and we had a great discussion because she brought up free will. And that's how things, it must be a message today because I did not know they was going to come speak about free will. And I had a discussion with my other daughter about free will. And we was explaining that the only person that I know that we know about Nazareth came back. Okay, that's the only one that, biblically speaking, Eleazar came back. He died and came back. And that's the New Testament. We also know about Enoch. Enoch supposed to just went away. But that's a theory. No one knows what really happened to Enoch. We can just all come to our own theories or rationalize what happened. But most people wasn't there, so we can just rely on our oldest texts or whoever is relaying or passing these messages down. History, his story, basically. But there's also Eliyahu, Elijah. Elijah, whirlwind came, and that's where a lot of the people who believe in the rapture speaks about the whirlwind picking him up. But some say, how you say, Elisha. Elisha. Sorry about that. Elisha knew how Eliyahu was going to pass. So that's a theory in itself. But Jesus knew when he was going to die, how he was going to die, where he was going to die, and who was going to put him to death. Wow. That's amazing when you really look at it that Yeshua, the Messiah, knew how he was going to be executed. Now, we're not going to get into for the resurrection, your sins, my sins, however that may be, whatever you want to, spiritually believe in. because we can be here all day and night and all
Yes.
year round. But spiritually, I believe it's purpose, as my day one said, the unknown. Because I believe death is a separation and there's something else waiting for when we pass. And my biggest fear of death is not the dying part, it's everyone that I touch leaving behind because they won't have me no more. They're not going to be able to get another me. No matter how much 3D printing we do, no matter how much
Yep.
cloning we do, you will not get the original.
Yes.
And it's sad because even the government, when you go get your birth certificate,
Yeah.
they say, no, bring me the original. I want the original.
Original.
But they'll give you clone meat. They'll
Yep.
feed you clone meat, but they want an original birth certificate so it can say where you come from. And half the time they're going to tell you who you are, what do you mean to the government, and where you stand in this country. But we can't stand up for some non-clone meat. Wow, times sure has changed. But I see there's nothing lighting up, so everyone is scared to call in and pretty much say how they feel about that topic. Because I know you're thinking about that topic right now. That's a very strong topic, how you will die. And so sad that tomorrow this topic will be true for some. Tonight, this topic will be true for some. There's people walking down the street. There's babies being born. Life, time. Time is life. And it's showing that life is important because you will have a short notice. So we're going to end here and get to the next segment, Reading for the Blind. And thank you for listening
Yes.
and continue because we have more. Honor your life. Joe, take us to a break, please. Okay, we're back. Now it's time for Reading for the Blind. There you have it. For those who haven't listened to my show, this is the time we get a book or whatever you choose, whatever material, and find your elder, your oldest sister, your oldest brother, your grandmother, grandfather, mother, and father, and just read. Spend time reading a book. It can be an audible book. It doesn't have to be you reading, but it's the time you share with your elder or the person that you hold significant in your life that is that someone who you love and care for. Not just love, care as well. So we gonna let the boss read us Reading for the blind. Can you?
Okay. The first verse is from Ecclesiastes 8:7. For he knoweth not that which shall be, for who can tell him when it shall be?
In the first segment, we talk about how God doesn't reveal how you're going to die. We were blessed with the information and the know how to learn about creation. We can take that empirical and take it in a laboratory and we see that, but no one can go in the laboratory and explain how you're going to die. It's more rational in theory. So, if someone comes to you today and said something to you that your creator told them to say to you that no one else would know, it's called a prophet. And he's giving you a divine message that no one knows about. Maybe you want to listen. Next scripture.
Ecclesiastes 9:12. For a man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the same snare. So are the sons of men snared in evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them.
As a bird gets caught in a snare, meaning no one knows what time their life will end. We can go to the doctor, and a doctor can say you have 6 months left. And there's people that live 10 years after that. You can go to the doctor and say, Doc, I feel a certain type of way. He's going to use your symptoms, and then he's going to continue to use the symptoms that you have to give a diagnosis. But he doesn't know. You can go to your pastor. He can tell you biblical teachings and the doctrines of that churches or that congregation or whatever belief it is. It doesn't matter. Islam doesn't matter. Your iman, any spiritual guide or a spiritual teacher, he will give you the blessings or the know-how that was given to him by his divine power. But he can't tell you what's wrong with you. He can't tell you how much time you have left. All he can do is refer you to who that knows. And he's telling you, live for me, be better, because something's going to happen, no matter what it is. It's going to take your existence from this life where you separate into another. And as we learn, Lazarus and Jesus are the only two that we know about that has came back through the resurrection. So, or what is the other R? Not resurrection, it's resuscitation. So I don't want to get them mixed up. I have to catch myself there. They'll say, well, Lazarus did the resurrection. They said it was a resuscitation. Now, I don't know. I'm just going by theories and what I read, and we'll leave it there. Boston, the next.
James 4:14. Whereas you know not shall what beats on the morrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time, and then vanisheth away.
There we are again. Time. 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 Most important. It's time. And it's not long. It seems to be long. For me, I see time as being short. Because when every day I wake up now, I look towards my end. Because my beginning is far away from the reality of my end. So at least every day happy when I wake up and thank my creator for letting me see another day and the honor he has gave me to put a smile on his creation's face. No matter if they're my children, my mate, my friend, I do it for strangers as well. It's because they have been created by something that's more powerful than me. It's bigger than me, and I will respect his creation. Last one.
Matthew 6:34. Take therefore no thought for the morrow, for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is evil therefore.
Now, I caught on to evil. Evil. What is evil? Well, you know I like the word shaitan, and it means oppressor. Someone who wants to oppress you today, not impress you, oppress you today. And how are you going to go about dealing with that oppression? Not because your boss made you mad. It's his business. He can run it the way he wants. That's not your oppressor. You just don't understand his point of view, and he doesn't understand yours. You're free to move on, and he's free to hire who he wants to hire. Now I know there's different rules, standards, regulations that we have, and yes, we want everyone to stand by that. But time. So you're gonna be mad all day. You're gonna take it out on road rage. You're gonna see somebody because they cut you off. Okay, they's an idiot. Okay, let the idiot go. You don't have to run up on him and get mad, ram his car, and because he got insurance or you got insurance. And sometimes we just let the smallest of things irritate us where we want to just act violent. Why is being violent has to be so cool? Why we can't just be smarter than that? Why do we have to let violence rule? We say that our brains are bigger than animals. But why an animal knows when to be violent? 9 times out of 10 because he's hungry. Other than that, he goes to where he goes. He does to what he wants to do. Doesn't bother nobody. Half the time you don't see him till nighttime when he comes out to hunt. So let's be bigger than the animals and let's do something else with the small time we have left. Last break, we're going to come back with James and Shawnee's sports recap. Give us some music, Joe. Okay, we're back once again.
Yes.
Our ending time. Time has told us that your hour is winding down. So let's get into something that's depressing. And I wish when I was about 5 years old, when I first got my Raider pajamas, and I knew all about the Raiders. They would tell me they would be great until the 2000s. Now I'm stuck on stupid, rolling with the 2 and 10 Raiders. Speak to us, Shanice.
Well, the Raiders do play Sunday. I forgot what time they play. Do you know what time the Raiders play on Sunday?
No, because I'm so disappointed.
Oh,
I took a pause this week.
Okay. Well,
I-
you
their
took a pause.
performance.
I took a pause too.
Yeah.
So today, according to the NFL.com, the Lions dismantled Cowboys 44-30 on Thursday Night Football. Running back Gibbs explode with multiple touchdowns, and the Lions constantly capitalized on Cowboys' turnovers. The win boosted the Lions' playoff odds. They're now just a game or two from a wild card slot.
Oh wow! So I didn't even know the Lions because the Lions. I know they lost their defensive coordinators there. So I'm always thinking because now great coaching with Campbell. They're every year they're in the mix of
Yes.
the good teams, the great teams. So I didn't know they were chasing a wild card spot, or is that Dallas? Because I know Dallas is under the weather, meaning they're under 500. They don't have a winning record.
Yes.
And they kind of played. I seen that it was a comeback, but Dallas is like the Raiders. They look good on paper. They have a nice, team, but seems like when the big game or big time hit,
Yes.
you sure America? They want to call them America's team, but America, if you look at this record, it don't look good. So it's just like the Raiders. Take a pause. Just take a pause. You're looking good on offense, but you can't stop nobody. A great defense always is better than a great offense.
Yes.
So, all you Cowboy fans, because I know y'all out there, and y'all Raider haters. So we 10-2, y'all 4 and something else, But so, hey, continue to be a hater because we love it.
Yes.
Wherever there's a Raider, there's a hater. What else you got for us, Skittles?
Okay, so Miami had a victory over New Orleans, 21-17, thanks to a dominant defense showing and ground control. Running back Devon rushed for 134 yards and a touchdown, the backbone of the offense in a tight game. Dolphins defend forced turnovers, recorded season high sacks, and backup kicker stepped up under pressure.
The Dolphins, boy, it seem like they killing whales out there. Finally, they done did something. Because Miami was another team that had great players and just had bad luck. It seemed like they could never just get over. Even when I used to watch Dan Marino, they would always score a lot, and they were always was a good team to watch. I know they beat us one year in the playoffs, but still didn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
So, tips to, the Miami Dolphins fan. They have a good fan base as well. And diversity in football is always good. So
Yes,
let's
it is.
see where that leads Miami. Can they benefit from this win and continue to win, or would they just go down and down and down?
Yeah, speaking of giving props, the Texans now are a 4-game win streak, have climbed in power rankings. Their defense has become a strength, and their playoffs hopes are alive. The Broncos picked up a 2017 win over Arizona Cardinals, improving their position in the NFC South race.
Now, that's who you watch out for is the Broncos. And, Raider fans, we call them donkeys. But for those who are Colorado fans, they're playing really, really good football. And you have to respect a good coach. Because Sean Payton, he's bringing them back, that defense, and they done had that defense for years, and it's going back to like the Orange Crush. That's one thing I liked about Denver. That was one of the coolest names for a defense, the Orange Crush. When they come out there, they used to be good, very good defense, and today it's back. And next, they didn't project him to be this good. That's why coaching matters. And a lot of people just think you have to have great players, which you do.
You do.
But like Lincoln Kennedy says, players play, coaches coach.
So for the New York Post, meanwhile, they questioned Loom like whether powerhouse teams will hold up under pressure as race Titans.
Oh, so the Titans. Now, Titans is like the Raiders. They're going to fight for whoever's getting a young quarterback or the best player out there. Hopefully, both teams are successful. It's a sad time of year, but it's a great time of year. It's a lot of giving, a lot of love, Christmas time. But for us that love football and we're fanatics for a team, it's almost the end. And for a Raider fan, wow, another long season. I have to watch someone else be proud of their NFL team. I won't stop watching football. Love football.
Yes.
Christmas is coming. Everyone, I know you love your children. Your children love their parents. There's a lot of love. But make sure that you don't go in super debt. We all go into debt. But don't harm your future for a present today. It's about the love. And let's bring love back into this time. You're going to have the dedication of lights, which is Hanukkah. You're also going to have Kwanzaa. And there's a few other things out there. With the first of the year coming on the Gregorian calendar, we're going to cherish that. So let's continue to be blessed and continue to show love every day, because time is wasting away. We're going to end here, and we're going to give a shout out to the Bar Table Talk.
Thank you.
Skittles, tell them where they can find you.
Oh, yes. Please tune in to the Bar Table Talk on Spotify. If you have an iPhone, podcast.com, RSS.com, also iHeart, Pandora, and
YouTube.
And YouTube, our
Can't leave
YouTube
out the
channel.
tube.
Yeah, I never forget about the tube. But yes, you can find us every Saturday between the times of 12 and 1 on live on YouTube, our YouTube channel, Bar Table Talk.
That's right. Bar Table Talk. Subscribe, listen. Well, let's get out of here.
Yes.
Next Saturday, we will see you again at the 4 o'clock Insights on 106.5, 1050 AM on KCAA. And if your life is not going right, restructure, refocus, regroup on what you have left. Time. Peace out.
Broadcasting more local radio programs than any other station in California. We are KCAA.
This segment brought to you by Marty's Carriage Barn Antiques at 31181 Outer Highway 10, just off Yucaipa Boulevard, near Yucaipa, where you can step into a treasure trove of history and charm in their charming antique store, where every corner brims with unique finds and timeless wonders. Picture yourself marveling at delicate porcelain teacups, discovering vintage clocks that still chime with old world magic, or thumbing through stacks of classic books and memorable records whose stories whisper from the past. From elegant Victorian furniture to sparkling Art Deco jewelry,